Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Ollie with you on your Thursday morning. Good morning. I knew a thin dusting of snow was coming for us all night long, and there it is when you woke up. It's like -2 or something. I don't know what it is. But there's a nice little layer of snow. Looks really nice.
It covers up everything that we've ruined over the last 4 or 5 months. It's great.
Yeah. This is, with a fresh dusting, it just looks a little cleaner out there.
Yeah.
When it's melting, it's gross. It's gross. All the parking lots are filled with gravelly snow that is slowly melting and becoming huge puddles. The dogs are getting beaver fever and pooping everywhere.
And so now we've just pushed that off for another few days. It's great.
That's right. It'll look crap again probably by the end of the weekend. But
What's going up today on the show?
what's that?
What's coming up today on the show?
Oh, I don't know. Stuff. Hockey age groups. What's about that? What's that about?
You remember from yesterday?
Oh, yeah. You have a lot of trouble with hockey age groups. And there's been a lot of controversy this year.
Well, it's just the names. We'll get on to it. But
All right.
I need to know who decided on these names. Like Bantam, Atom, Pee-wee.
Well, Adam makes sense, doesn't it? Small?
Really?
Very small.
No one in Canada can pronounce it. You'll pronounce it like it's Adam.
Yeah, Atom. Yeah, no, that's true. We do say up and Adam instead of up and at them.
There you go, you see.
Yeah. Some Long John Jamboree updates. Obviously, we know a little bit more about what's going on this weekend out there on the Fieldhouse parking lot.
It will taste of seal.
It will taste of seal. We're going to seal the deal on that. And whatever Sarah moves the queen means.
Well, I was outraged. That's what that means.
Oh, she moved
She moved the queen.
Moved her to tears.
No, she just physically picked up the queen
Oh.
and escorted the queen
our
away.
queen?
Yeah, the queen,
How
Jesse.
dare you?
Right?
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler, Ollie, Lecter, AJ with you as well. Puppy hater. AJ, puppy hater, good word.
Puppy disliker. Puppy hater strong.
Is it strong? It's too
Yeah.
strong?
Yeah, puppy disliker.
Dislike.
I look at a puppy and I see a lot of work.
Oh, wow. Good Lord.
I don't know, man.
I do too, but geez.
Yeah. I just puppy hater. I think that sticks.
No.
So God Save the Queen would of course been appropriate if we were going to talk about the Queen being stolen.
But he's got to go to work.
But he's got to go to work, so we're going to talk about AJ instead. Because you came in here, Mr. Goodwin, earlier this morning, brimming with news from Walmart.
Furious with the corporations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, This is the man.
We're gunning for national advertising.
kind of story.
Put that out there.
So last night I get a text from a friend of mine. He says, "You got to come. You got to come pick me." This is 10:00 at night. He's like, "You got to come pick me up. I got a mission."
Wow.
So I pick him up, and he takes me to the Walmart dumpster. Now, I wouldn't classify myself as a dumpster diver per se, but in this situation, I made an exception.
Puppy diver, dumpster diver.
Either one.
Puppy hater.
Yeah. You can call me whatever you want, Jeff.
Puppy diver, dumpster hater.
So we get there, and he's telling me that when he was at Walmart just before closing, they were wheeling out a bucket of goods that were, quote unquote, defective. Yeah.
Oh.
So there was a ton of fishing rods.
What?
Like full on fishing rods with tackle boxes, reels, everything all set up. Ice fishing rods.
What?
There were gloves, Lindt chocolates, Ferrero Rochers, you name it, man. Half of Walmart was in this bucket. So
How big is this bucket?
huge, massive. Like
Good Lord.
massive. Like imagine like those large garbage bins behind buildings.
I think we're focusing on the wrong aspect of the story. I think the size of the bucket was not necessarily where we were intending to
Roughly
place it.
7 foot by 10 feet.
Okay. I was going to say, let me just interject.
The 4
for a
foot
second.
depth.
How big was this? Well, imagine a dumpster. All right, I'm there.
Yeah.
All right.
That was easy.
Yeah.
So we jump in the dumpster, we check it out. By the end of the night, we had pulled out 16 full fishing rods, reels, and I think 5 of them had tackle boxes attached to them.
Wow.
3 kids fishing rods, 30 ice fishing rods, 30, 2 Ferrero Rocher things, which that was my only hesitation
Only 2.
pulling out of a dumpster.
Well, was it secret?
And we had a ton of gloves.
Huh.
Yeah, there were maybe 10 or 12 gloves. I don't understand how gloves can be defective.
Well, you can't donate that stuff, AJ. It's new. Someone has to pay for it.
But they're
otherwise,
not-
sales taxes go
But
to
they're
waste.
in a dumpster.
I know.
The dumpster's not paying for it.
I know.
Maybe the price tag
I am
fell
outraged.
off.
No, what I'm saying is
Price tags
defective.
were still on them.
Yeah.
Still on.
Still
Well,
on.
I don't understand.
I mean,
the
they may
fish-
be defective. You don't know. Maybe those Ferrero Rochers were
Sour.
defective. I don't know what
They've turned to white chocolate.
That's
Ugh.
right. Ugh. Oh God, white chocolate, gross.
But yeah, anyways, my unknown source is going to donate a lot of them, but they're perfectly fine. Like we tried them out last night.
Is this a news story?
It almost warrants a call, doesn't it? To find out
why are you throwing out so much useful stuff?
what happened. Yeah, what was wrong with those fishing rods? I mean, I get like companies refresh their lines.
Yeah.
You have new stuff to sell. Season's changing. You
Earlier
move new
than
stuff
expected.
in. Yeah, but even so,
Why throw it out?
Yeah.
Why not donate it? You know,
Because sales taxes would go to waste. AJ, I've already been through this.
we'll have to find out.
That's right.
We'll put a little call in.
All right.
Let me get our newsroom on that. Yeah. Penny, come
Penny.
take a message.
Penny, you stay where you are.
Oh, right. Okay. This is getting heated once again.
Well, we do have a fishing derby coming up.
Yeah, we do. Next weekend.
This is really...
I don't want to be a whistleblower here, but I think that may be where they're headed.
Oh.
Yes.
So Walmart's
I call the Spider-Man
good people
one.
after all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, they're not.
Oh, not Walmart.
Okay,
I
not
see,
Walmart.
I see. I thought, okay.
No,
I'm with you
they
now. I've
didn't
caught
jump
back
in.
up.
They didn't jump in and like steal them from the fishing
That's right.
derby
Yeah,
by like
that's right.
plucking them from the good people of Walmart who were in the process of donating.
Thought maybe the inner workings of Walmart, taking it down from the inside, being like, this is all defective. We're going to, quote unquote, throw this out.
If you just happen to see us wheeling a bin through the store and happen to follow us out to the even larger dumpster outside, so be it.
Maybe there's a Robin Hood inside Walmart.
We were the Robin Hood.
sorted. Lecter and AJ's comments do not reflect the attitudes or opinions of Cabin Radio towards Walmart and their corporations and subsidiaries.
I also don't encourage stealing from your employer, just for the record.
For one, welcome our new fishing overlord.
Stealing from a dumpster, totally cool.
Totally cool. Well, it's already in the dumpster, man.
And you don't work for Walmart.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Cabin Radio's morning show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
As we know from our histories, touching the Queen is an offense punishable by death. And we've had something go down here in the studio, and we have not come to a decision as to what the punishment will be. It probably won't be death. I don't know. It's Thursday.
It's also 2019.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hashtag because it's 2019.
All right,
Yeah.
Justin.
No more death.
No more death.
Not death.
That sounds like a promise you try to make for this election.
No more death.
No more death. No more death. And legal cannabis.
And people wouldn't cheer for that.
We already got that.
Jeez, what is wrong with this
I feel
country?
That's exactly right.
I feel like a lot of conservatives would suddenly find themselves very torn if the Liberals
like-
promised no more death.
They'd be like, hey, guys, if we don't die, like, things are going to go really bad.
And now you get to hold on to your money,
Yeah.
right?
Well, if you also judge it by comment sections, really, like, people should be punished by death for, like, speeding.
That's true.
So-
That's true.
So this is taking a hard left turn.
As we always do, take a hard left turn
I see.
here at Cabin Radio.
Yes.
We have
The
exposed our bias on numerous occasions.
liberal ooze that floweth.
Oh, God, it's blood. It's thick. It's coursing through my veins. I'm a
Smelly.
bleeding heart liberal.
Oof.
Yeah. So the issue
What?
was, I yesterday afternoon,
Yes.
someone who I will name,
Sarah.
came into the studio and after about 20 minutes came out of Studio One clutching the Queen in her hands. Now,
Aye.
if you require context for this, we have about a 5-inch, 6-inch solar Queen
Whatever your inches
That
are.
was
There you go.
gifted to you.
gifted to me by the lovely people
that's-
of Courtewee School
It's like 7 inches.
in Detta. And she's just there with her little handbag, and the handbag has a solar panel in it.
That's right.
And the solar energy comes through the handbag and makes her hand wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the queenly wave.
Yeah.
the queenly wave.
Yeah.
And apparently the noise of the Queen waving was too much. And Sarah removed the Queen because the Queen was making too much racket.
Wow.
I mean, her wrist is a little creaky.
Oh, to be
fair.
Oh, to be young and still have your hearing. My goodness, I can't hear that. I'm right next to it.
Yeah, he's just having a little listen now. Can you hear the Queen? No.
No. To be fair, I had a mastoidectomy when I was 8. I don't know if I've told you guys.
Yeah,
this.
we've heard about the mastoid
okay.
inside your brain running everything.
That's right.
That little mastoid. The mastoid initially was told, to attack. This mastoid, as you know from our previous episode,
Yes.
is inside Jesse's brain, trying to conquer the world, having come from the planet Masteron, and the instructions were very clear: assume control of the Queen.
Yes.
And And sadly, the mastoid inside Jesse's brain has been led to a 7-inch replica of the Queen that waves based on solar power. And everybody back on the home planet is very, very disappointed in how this mission is going to date.
What were you saying about hard lefts in the break? So she grabbed it up and she had to move it outside the studio because it was making too much racket.
Too much noise. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a cherished memento.
Absolutely. But I mean, I'm also impressed by Sarah's hearing. That's pretty incredible. Can you hear us talking about her?
You can't hear the Queen's wrist
can't hear her
cracking and
no.
snapping as she waves? No?
You know what? Maybe
I find it comforting, personally.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't hear it. I'm wearing my cans most of the morning, so.
The comforting noise of rheumatism. Yeah, just gets you through the day.
Yeah.
Because you know it's sunny out. You know if her wrist is making all kinds of grinding, awful noises.
That's right.
Then it's a nice sunny day out.
Yeah.
Anyone who
It
came
sounds
into
like a
this
cement
break a
mixer.
little late is going to require an awful lot of context for that sentence.
The Queen has rheumatoid arthritis, I think is the thrust of this break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes us feel good.
If anything can, really. Sarah now knows, because I'm sure you yelled at her, that you can't touch the Queen.
Yeah.
You can't touch the Queen. I mean, it's a simple rule. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Don't touch my Queen.
She shall be drawn and quartered by the end of the day. Give me a pencil and some change.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Long John Jamboree set to go down tomorrow. Still got that civic holiday. Half a day for city employees. Wonderful stuff.
And the ice carving going on right now.
Ice carving's going on right now. So if you want to get down there, you can go check it out at a distance. But things will get going tomorrow around noon. And we found out yesterday what's going to be happening, a little bit more clarity on what's going to be happening out through the weekend. Snow King is lending the acts that were supposed to play in the last week there to Long John Jamboree.
Oh.
That's very cool. They don't
That's
usually
very nice
work
of the king.
together
Wow.
much, which is an odd thing to
It
have
is odd.
two festivals running concurrently, at least for that weekend.
Considering they're
and-
usually neighbors.
And
too.
not partnering in any way, shape, or form
Yeah.
makes little to no sense. But hey, it's just me. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't have to try to run two different festivals at the same time in March in Yellowknife.
Maybe the king's feeling a little more generous now because they're off his turf.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe.
Get off of my property.
Okay, you're off. All right, here
all
you
right,
go.
get
You
out
can
of
use
here.
all right.
So it's going to show, and it's going to showcase. It's been featured in the news that it's going to showcase a seal fashion and cuisine fashion show and some cuisine. So people are going to be learning about how to work with seal. But there's also going to be some seal cuisine as well. So that's going to be pretty cool.
You made a lovely Kiss from a Rose reference earlier that I don't know why you didn't feel like following up on, but that's fine.
Now that you've mentioned you've brought the off air into the on air. That when he mentioned in the news that people are going to be working with seal, I immediately dropped into the banger "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah,
and
it was brilliant.
I would love to work with seal. I would love to.
And I don't know why you didn't go with it, but anyway,
Here we are,
and we're
and we're not going to play seal after this.
We're not
either.
gonna play
I got
Seal
Pearl
after
Jam
this.
lined up. But no, it's gonna be a fantastic weekend. A lot of great acts. Go to cabinradio.ca to find out more about what's going on. I did want to address something that people were talking about the negativity around the switch from the ice to the field house and saying that it's not necessary to be negative. And I was like, I don't know that it's a lot of negativity. A lot of people are disappointed.
Yeah.
And out of that, it's going to come to negativity. Like, why are we doing this? Why would it be up there? It's not going to be the same. Blah, 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 blah. You're right. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Long John Jamboree doesn't want to be in the field house parking lot. I'm sure they're grateful that they have a place to put it on, but they don't want to be there. They want to be down on the ice. That's where it's supposed to be. But some people were like, it's more accessible for people to be in the field house, so this could be a good thing. It's like, I don't want it there. And let's not act as if the others down in Old Town is not accessible. That's wrong. Everywhere in this town is pretty damn accessible.
Well, we seem to keep hearing that. So perhaps for some people it is a little
then
less
they should drive an
accessible.
extra 2 minutes, I guess.
What if they can't drive?
That's fair. That's fair. Take a bus.
Take a bus.
Take a bus. I don't know. I don't think everything needs to be in the center of the city either. I don't think everything needs to be at the field house. Like Folk on the Rocks would be another pretty good example of a place where things could be. I mean, it's not really the setup for it.
And they
there.
considered that, but it was
It's too much work.
too soft. And
Too soft, too much work.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of snow removal that would have to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. I hope more people do come out and support since it's more quote unquote accessible. But I mean, here's the thing. If you're if your excuse for not going to the Long John Jamboree is because it's 2 minutes further away down on the ice, then you weren't going to go in the first place.
Yeah.
So great. I hope more people come out and support it this year, because we do want these festivals to continue. And as we look back on what happened with the Snowcastle and the Snow King Winter Festival, and now with Long John Jamboree, thanks to this heat that we've had, maybe they kind of look towards next year going, we should do something together. Because having two different boards run two different festivals at basically the same time and trying to get volunteers and everything for both is incredibly difficult. And maybe Yellowknife doesn't have it to right now anyway, to run two different festivals at the exact same time.
Yeah, it could be that it stretches resources thin for sure. Like you say, all of these events don't really happen without the power of volunteers.
That's right.
And when you've got two different events that are kind of spreading the volunteer pool thin, because I mean, not everyone volunteers. That's for sure. But
it's
there
us
are,
and then all the other ones.
there are a great number of people that do it, pretty consistently throughout the year with events that happen. So yeah, maybe that's something to consider. I don't know the inner workings of that, and if there has been talk between the two boards about what they want to do moving forward, but it's certainly an idea for sure. One thing that I don't think we have addressed on the air as of yet is that so last year we had the extreme tea boiling.
Yes.
And did we do the kid curling last year?
Long
John?
curling last
I wasn't here. I don't know
I know
what you
weren't
guys were
here.
doing.
Yeah. Why are you even speaking on it? You were like somewhere else.
Well, because I don't think you were going to bring it up.
I was going to bring it up.
Okay.
Go.
Well, we're not going to be able to do that.
No, we're not going to.
Unfortunately,
we've had to pull out of the Long John Jamboree this year because extreme tea boiling. We can't. The whole point was to auger water out of the ice. Can't do that. Can't have a fire within the city limits downtown. Yeah. That too. And then kid curling becomes a monumental task, trying to put snow down and create ice on a park or a parking lot surface within the morning of Friday. Yeah. Within Friday morning. So we've had to pull out. That's unfortunate. Of course, we will still be down there.
Yes,
absolutely. Hanging out at the Burr Gardens. I'm not going to leave them. Everybody else can walk around and do stuff. But no, it's going to be a great weekend. The ice carving is obviously going to be great. And there are some great shows to be happening on Saturday. Part of the great meltdown that was supposed to happen this week at the Winter Festival will be happening Saturday at 8:30, featuring blues musician Ray Lamelin alongside Andrea Betker and her band. Tickets $25 and $20 for those with Jamboree buttons. So there you go.
So get your button, weekend. And that's free entry into the beer gardens if you have your button.
I think that's
the deal.
What? There's paid entry into the beer?
Just buy a button.
How about we just walk in and pay for beer?
Just buy a button
right there.
Just buy a button.
All right,
and you don't have to worry about it.
And you know what? I might just whip out that Simpsons trivia.
Don't whip anything.
I will whip it out.
Buy a button
for the Simpsons trivia that we did last year, but maybe just at a table, just yell at people and then. Give them beer tickets.
Give them high fives.
High five!
Yeah, you got that question that you didn't want to answer.
Deep reference. Sorry, I screamed.
Back to your conversation.
Long John Jamboree kicking off tomorrow at around noon. If you don't have half the day off, take it anyway.
Want the meat and potatoes of the morning show with none of the filler? You've got it with the Mornings at the Cabin podcast. That's a strange breakfast, though.
It's Major League Baseball's opening day. That's all I'm going to say about it, because neither of these two like baseball. But I know
Ollie likes baseball.
Ollie doesn't like baseball. He likes cricket.
Also like cricket.
Yeah. And you were both saying that it's a little early for the Major League Baseball season to be opening. It's true. It usually does open like first couple of days of April, but March 28th this year.
I feel like I did not realize that the baseball season is tied to the average temperature in the Northwest Territories. And much like bugs, Major League Baseball has been fooled by 1 week in March. Yeah. The teams have all come out and been like, is this it?
Okay, this is it.
Okay.
We've been training for this.
And now it's back to -5 again. And it's still like, well, we got to start the season now. We all came out. Rats. There's going to be an early die-off of Major League Baseball. It's going to be quite disappointing.
It's like +20 in New York today. They'll be fine. But we did want to talk about, this is something that has been confusing Ollie, confused-rating him for months. We've had chats about this. Arguments, knockdown, drag out, physical fisticuffs over this. What fisticuffs? That's from Oliver. Hockey age groups. Oliver, not from Ollie, but Oliver, the musical.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
do
Yeah.
anything for you, dear. Anything. Yes, I do anything for you.
Please,
and then in
sir.
one part, she's like, I
Please,
want
sir,
no more.
can I have significantly less?
What? Yes. What? Feasty cap? What were we talking about?
Well, first baseball, now apparently hockey.
Hockey
age
is
groups.
confusing. Just making him so angry. Because we were talking, so there was a bit of controversy over some hockey age groups this year.
Right.
I believe it was in Alberta, where parents little people were asking that the word midget not be used as one of the hockey age groups.
Right.
So that got Ollie into looking into what hockey age groups are called. Midget, before that bantam, before that peewee, before that atom, before that novice.
So first of all, how do you remember that's the order they go in? There's no logic to that.
No, there really isn't logic to it. Well, I mean,
I've got it up on the screen, so I know you got it right.
Midget being like they're almost adults, but they're not. Bantam being like they are. They're almost bands, but they're tams.
What? They're chickens, they're large chickens, they're bantams.
Bantams are large
Pee-wees.
chickens.
What's that got? Pee-wee's Playhouse. What's that got to do with anything? Those are just like two different words for urinating put together and called an age group. And then you got atom. Atom. Why are they called atom? The brackets here on this page, it has squirt.
Yeah, I was going to say, you forgot about
squirts. I
squirts.
forgot about squirts. And bunnies. Bunny skaters.
I don't even remember that.
Wasn't there bunnies?
We didn't have that.
No?
Yeah, that might be what, like, Timbits hockey is now.
Timbits now,
Although I think Timbits is kind of like basically what Squirts was, age like 5 to 7.
Yeah. Age, can't skate.
I mean, at least Timbits, I can okay, it's sponsored by somebody. I could get on board with that.
And it's adorable. Timbit.
You only like it because it's endorsed by a corporation,
No, I
Ollie.
just understand where that may have come from.
So
Atom, though. Why is the successor to Atom not Molecule?
Yeah, right. That Atom doesn't make a lot of sense.
Why is the successor to Molecule not Amoeba?
And
then we can have Parasite. Then we can have small organism.
Yeah.
Then we can
Bacteria.
have Homo sapiens.
Yes,
and that'll be the NHL. It'll be now known as the Homo sapiens League.
Back to the national championships of multicellular organism hockey.
I mean, that would
great.
be an improvement because I think most people think of it as the Neanderthal League. So Homo sapiens is like that's.
There we go.
We're taking a step forward.
Hey, let's not get on that, man. Neanderthals. I mean, we don't know a lot about them, but we do know that they lived at the same time as Homo sapiens and were possibly smarter.
Boy, could they skate!
they could skate and crush things with their large jaws.
Loved fighting too.
That's right. Oh God, loved it.
Man.
Loved it.
It's just it's a nonsensical system.
It is a nonsense.
Who came up with this, and how did this become standardized? Who
Now,
was
that's
the
a
first
good
person
question.
That is a good question.
that said, you know what? Well, under 13, that's going to be Pee-wee. Why is that going to be Pee-wee? Well, it doesn't matter. It is. And then, 15. What about 15? Well, I can see a chicken in the distance. That's going to be Bantam. Okay. Under 18. Well, they're shorter than adults. But some of them are. Never
Some
mind
of them
that.
aren't.
Midget. Okay. And then the whole of Canada bought this.
Oh, the whole
Lock,
of North America,
stock,
really?
and barrel.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's called in Europe.
None of this
I don't know.
nonsense.
Probably like
Umlauts.
they probably just go by
right
ages.
Now. You know
Yeah,
what they
that's
call
Under
it?
7.
Under 7.
Under 9.
All right, I could tell you what they call it.
there we go.
Understaff and 7.
So in Germany, you have the Kleinstschule, the Bambini, who are ages 9 and younger.
The great Bambini?
So
So basically,
the Bambinis are babies.
So the literal translation of that is the smallest students.
Yes.
Kleinstschule.
Okay.
Then Kleinschule, small students, aged 11 and younger.
Right.
Narben, which I can't translate off the top of my head, 13 and younger. Schule, so students, 15 and younger. Jugend, which is Jugend, which is youth.
Young adults,
17 and younger. And then Junioren, which is just juniors, 19 and younger.
Okay.
Pretty boring, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You go to most places. So Sweden is an example of this. The UK and many others be the same. It's just like the age.
Yeah.
U9, U10, U11, U12.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be called
I don't know.
peewees and bantams and midgets?
It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's just what we're used to.
That's right. Just what we're used
go back to Switzerland for a
Don't
second.
mess
That
with
one's
our
pretty fun.
traditions.
Yeah,
say people who
Switzerland have gone a little bit off piste. So they got Bambini, which is Italian for kids, right? So ages 6 to 9. Piccolo, which is Italian for little, right? That's where that word comes
Why
from.
are
Is
the Swiss
11
using
and
Italian?
under. Mosquitoes is age 10 to 12.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Then Mini, 12 to 14. Novizi, age 15 to 17. And then Juniors, 17 to 20.
Yeah.
So they got mosquitoes and piccolos in there. I mean, they're like...
Piccolos.
I feel like
I
that's
like
still
the Piccolo League.
Piccolo.
Yeah.
We're in the Piccolo League.
Skate around playing little tunes.
In France, if you're age 12 to 13... In France, if you're age 12 to 13, it's Benjamins.
Benjamins. Wow.
It's all about the Benjamins.
It is all about
The
the
Moustiques,
Benjamins.
the Poussins, the Benjamins, the
The
Minimes.
Poussin.
the cadet and the espoir.
Ah, very nice.
Cadet
very
and
nice.
espoir is very, that's common across all French sport around that age, but Benjamin's is a new one.
Oh, and then Finland just goes by the alphabet.
Finland, yeah, you got an F minor, age 9 and younger.
F minor
E
and G major.
10 to 11.
An F minor.
Oh, look out. There'll be some 12-year-olds playing hockey.
Age 10 to 11 is apparently a very dark time in Finland because it's E minor.
Oh,
Ooh, sad chord.
Real emo hockey players. It is a nonsensical system. I'm sure someone out there knows why, and even they're probably like, it's because of this, and you'll be like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, there was some controversy with midgets.
Yes. Oddly enough, Ollie was most upset about Pee-wee.
I know.
It was because of Pee-wee's
midget.
Playhouse.
That's
like,
right.
Nobody makes that association.
Association at all.
Well, where does the word pee-wee come from?
They're little.
Pee-wee,
they're
means
wee.
little. Yeah.
They're wee. They pee.
Wee wee.
Wee wee. Wee wee. Pee pee.
The French. They came up with the pee-wee, huh? And the bantam.
Sorry.
The midget.
No. Stop that right now. That's, wow. But the midget one is, and that caused a lot of controversy. The backlash against that, because people were just losing their minds. Oh, everybody's too sensitive nowadays. Like, no, literally, it's a derogatory term for little people.
Yeah,
we shouldn't call it that. Don't mess with our traditions. It's been fine since I was a kid. It's like when you were a kid, black people weren't allowed in bathrooms in public. Stop making comparisons to when you were a child.
Yeah. Definitely not a real logical reason for it not to change.
Absolutely.
Again, just go with the boring Swedish system and go with ages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Age A, B, C.
Is that so bad?
If you've got to call it bantam for it to be exciting, then the problem is probably not with the name, is it?
Go you chickens.
You got to admit, squirts is still cute.
Yeah, or mosquitoes. I mean,
Mosquitoes?
especially in YK Minor Hockey,
that'd be great.
why not call them mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Little kids.
Just relevant to the north.
That's right.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca.